In a land where ancient legends whisper through the wind, one haunting tale has captured the imagination of generations: the story of La Llorona, the Weeping Woman. Venture with us into the depths of this chilling legend as we unravel the mystery behind her eternal torment. Dare to uncover the dark secrets that lie beneath her ghostly wails, and witness the tragic consequences of a love lost to jealousy and rage. Will you be able to resist the pull of La Llorona's lament? Join us on this spine-tingling journey and discover the truth behind one of Mexico's most enduring and terrifying legends. Once upon a time, in a small, picturesque village in Mexico, there lived a beautiful woman named Maria. Maria was the epitome of grace and beauty. Her long, raven-black hair cascaded down her back like a shimmering waterfall, and her mesmerizing, deep brown eyes were a window to her soul. The village people adored her, and the men vied for her affection. Maria, however, had eyes only for one man, a wealthy, handsome ranchero named Luis. Luis had a captivating charm that made him the object of desire for many women, but he chose Maria, and the two fell passionately in love. They married in a grand ceremony and settled in a lavish hacienda on the outskirts of the village. Maria and Luis were blessed with two beautiful children, a boy and a girl, who were the apple of their parents' eyes. Maria, however, began to notice a change in her husband. As time went by, Luis became more interested in his ranch and social life, frequently leaving Maria and their children behind to attend parties and events. Feeling neglected, Maria grew increasingly despondent. She found solace in her children, devoting herself entirely to their care and happiness. Yet, despite her best efforts, she could not shake the gnawing feeling of loneliness and despair that consumed her. One fateful day, as Maria was walking by the river with her children, she spotted her husband's carriage approaching from a distance. Her heart leaped with excitement, thinking he had come to surprise her with a visit. But as the carriage neared, Maria's excitement turned to shock and anguish. Luis was not alone. Beside him sat a young, beautiful woman, elegantly dressed and laughing merrily at something he had said. Heartbroken and consumed by rage, Maria's mind clouded with dark thoughts. In that moment, she wanted nothing more than to make her husband feel the pain she had endured for so long. With a strength she did not know she possessed, Maria seized her children and hurled them into the river. As their tiny bodies disappeared beneath the churning water, Maria's rage subsided, replaced by an overwhelming sense of horror and regret. She wailed in anguish, her heart breaking into a million pieces. Frantically, she tried to save her children, but the powerful current swept them away, and their cries for help echoed in her ears until they were silenced forever. Maria, tormented by her actions, wandered the banks of the river, her cries echoing through the valley as she searched in vain for her lost children. The villagers soon heard of the terrible deed Maria had committed, and they shunned her, casting her out from their midst. In her grief and despair, Maria refused to eat or drink, and her once beautiful features withered away, leaving her a ghostly, gaunt figure. Finally, after weeks of searching and mourning, Maria's broken body gave up, and she succumbed to the cold embrace of death. Her spirit, however, was not granted the peace of the afterlife. Instead, it was cursed to wander the earth, forever searching for the children she had lost in a moment of blind rage. And so began the legend of La Llorona, the Weeping Woman. As the years passed, tales of La Llorona spread throughout Mexico and beyond, evolving and taking on new elements as they traveled from one village to another. The story was often used as a cautionary tale, a warning to those who might let their anger and jealousy consume them, lest they suffer a fate like Maria's. Parents would tell their children to behave and not to venture too close to rivers and streams, lest La Llorona snatch them away. Her haunting cries, they said, could be heard near bodies of water, a chilling reminder of the terrible fate that had befallen Maria and her children. Some versions of the tale spoke of a white, ghostly figure that wandered the riverbanks, her long, flowing dress trailing behind her as she wept inconsolably. Others claimed to have heard her cries echoing through the night, a chilling wail that sent shivers down the spines of those who heard it. Regardless of the variations, one element remained consistent: La Llorona's eternal search for her lost children, a search that would never be fulfilled. As the legend of La Llorona grew, so too did the sightings and encounters with the weeping woman. Fishermen, travelers, and villagers alike would share their experiences, each one more terrifying than the last. Some told of narrowly escaping her clutches, while others spoke of friends or family members who had not been so fortunate. One such tale came from a young fisherman named Diego, who had ventured out to the river one moonlit night to cast his net. As he stood on the bank, he heard the unmistakable sound of a woman weeping. Fear gripped him, but curiosity got the better of him, and he followed the sound. Through the shadows, Diego spotted a figure in white, hunched over and sobbing softly. He approached cautiously, and as he drew nearer, he saw that it was a woman, her dark hair covering her face as she wept. He recognized her as La Llorona and knew that he should flee, but he found himself rooted to the spot, unable to move. Suddenly, the woman raised her head, and her tear-filled eyes locked onto his. In that instant, Diego felt a surge of pure terror, unlike anything he had ever experienced. He wanted to scream, to run, but his body would not obey him. La Llorona began to glide toward him, her dress whispering over the ground like a phantom. As she reached out to him with her skeletal hands, Diego finally found the strength to move. He tore himself away from her gaze and sprinted back toward the village, not daring to look back. He burst into his home, breathless and shaking, and recounted his tale to his disbelieving family. As they sat in stunned silence, Diego's grandmother, an old and wise woman, spoke up. She told him that he had been spared by La Llorona because he was not the one she sought. Her eternal search was for her own children, and until she found them, she would continue to haunt the rivers and streams of the land. The legend of La Llorona has endured for generations, a chilling reminder of the power of jealousy, rage, and the consequences of our actions. To this day, her cries can still be heard near bodies of water, a testament to the sorrow and regret that have bound her to this earth. And as long as her story is told, her spirit will continue to wander, forever searching for the children she can never find. So beware, dear listener, of the weeping woman who haunts the rivers and streams. Do not let your curiosity lure you toward her chilling lament, for it is said that those who hear her cries are marked by her sorrowful presence, and their lives will never be the same. Instead, let the tale of La Llorona serve as a warning, a lesson in the importance of love, forgiveness, and the power we all hold over our own fates.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. See you next time.